is Diana. I'm a 67-year-old retired nurse, and I currently teach Reiki for over 20 plus years, and I'm a Reiki practitioner. I'm also wife, mother, and grandmother. And I ended up seeing Blaire for a QHHT, quantum hypnosis therapy session with her. I just finished that session with her last week, and I wanted to share my review with you. I had high expectations going into this session. I'd had hypnosis before, and I always felt like I never really got into it and was hypnotized and didn't learn what I needed to learn. So when I went into the session, first off, you end up, Blaire visits with you for a couple of hours before you even start your session, and she weaves questions in and out throughout that time that really get you thinking, why am I here and what do I really want to achieve from this session? I had felt like I had been a people pleaser, not always showing my true face. My whole life I was mostly caring for others and not caring for myself. I had low self-esteem. That was going on with me, and I always kind of I had a lot of fears since I was a child. So it was interesting getting into the session. First off, when Blaire started the session, I had a really difficult time getting into it because the next office over, there was a gentleman's voice that was really loud, very annoying, and I started to go under, and then I kept hearing his voice, and I asked Blaire to stop finally and turn on a sound machine. She was very gentle with me, and she said, Diana, it's still working even though there's distractions. She put a sound machine on, and it started the session back up again. And then I was able to go very deeply. It took me to myself as a small child, and there was so much, I experienced so much joy and freedom and love as that small child. The feeling was just extraordinary. And then there's some things that came through at that point from my higher self, showing, what kind of happened to me in my childhood, the culturally conditioned child, and the parents, were kind of putting, tamping down my light and my joy. So that was really interesting. And then we went on, then we went to go to another scene. And then once again, I heard that gentleman next door, and then there was a lady with him, and they were really, really talking loudly. And I came out of it and just was saying I was going to have a hard time going back in with that noise. And Blaire led me through another type of meditation, and it was profound. I really went under, really went deep inside my inner self and my higher being, and I got a message loud and clear that there's always going to be noises, there's always going to be distractions, but this is life, and no matter what, you're still doing the work, and you're really, I was really felt honored that I was in this body in this lifetime working through all these distractions. And it was, I even laughed because it was so funny, just because you think you got to be you think you got to be meditating on a high mountain or whatever to get into your higher being, but you're actually, I was told you're actually doing this work, being in this body in this lifetime. So it was just a profound session for me. Since then, I just keep experiencing joy, and I still feel that little girl that was me, that is my true self, and just filled with joy, no blockages, no shame, no regrets. So I'm really glad I had this session. Thank you, Blaire.